Karaoke.
And good morning, ladies and gentlemen, as the sun goes behind the clouds for what feels like the 100th time already this morning. We're into day 3 out of 3 in this Western Province Boland quadrangular series. Welcome to the Sachs Brewery Astro. It's Derby Day here. Province A versus Province B under 18 girls game. Province A in the red and Province B, affectionately known as the Pens, in the white. On the ball we have Kira Matayson from St. Cyprian's. See 2 or 3 goals at back for both teams today. They were unavailable yesterday. Nihad Suleiman on the ball now. Into Francis Bolton. And good defending there from Gigi Stewart. A little Herschel matchup there in Bolton versus Stewart. Welcome to all the viewers. Thanks for joining in on the ride. Both sides' second game. Great little touch. Oh, great save by Nina for Mark. Nihad Suleiman already in the thick of the action. 1 minute into the game. Pens just looking to settle a little bit. Megan Veerman, DF Milan High School with an overhead to Lisa Kommer. Kommer there, number 11. Really quick customer. Strong circle entry. Shot at goal from Isabella Dix Peak. Saved by her school teammate Manisha Desai. Loads of school derbies on show here today. Teammates playing with each other, against each other, and of course the usual different teams all coming together. Direct ball from Megan Veerman. Just hearing the animated coaching touchline saying that that's the ploy. Need to get people in there. Akifa Abrams passing down the line, just the judge to have lifted off one of her teammates' stick. And here's Bolton with the cross ball intercepted. Going 1v1 versus Azra Dick. See if she's picked up anything from yesterday. And that is a goal, a fantastic counter by Province. Bolton on the interception. Has the strong 50-meter carry, well marshaled by Azra Dick. Got into the corner, saw the shot might have been off, turned, had a little low drag flick. And well saved by Nina for Mark, but Nihad Suleiman right on the goalkeeper's pads and scoring the tip in. Interception by Liv Dernelly. Penalty corner. So great decision making there by Liv Dernelly. Seeing her options are off, saw the foot was open and won the penalty corner. Province looking a different side from yesterday. Province say they're really in it to win it. And got a lot more tempo in them. Nina Vermaak just chatting to her team. Nina Vermaak, the goalkeeper of the Pens. 2 castles here. Emma Lee pushing it out. Bolton on the flick. Great flick from Bolton, and an even better save from Nina Vermaak. Those two know each other well from school. Emma Lee. Tenacious defending from Matheson. And Miles Serious on the ball now. Just a judge to have hit the foot of Dernelly. Great slap by Alicia Milan. So Lehman looking, searching. Good defending there from Virma. Beautiful, and as the rain looks like it's coming our way, ladies and gentlemen, stay warm on this Sunday. Keep everything dry. And Province is trying to make too much out of nothing there. Possibly having a bit more patience would have been the better option. So full pressure being applied here by Province. Pens, let's see how they can work themselves out of the back here. Lifted ball. 2 young female umpires here really getting a firm grasp on the game. Tyson with a nice overhead. And a really difficult ball to defend. A little weighted pop pass. Johnson, Kelly Johnson, an industrious forward, just being a judge to have obstructed. Janet Walters, the 400-meter athlete, bombing down that channel, but well recovered by Jalen Manafelt. Manafelt's always been one to watch. Oh, Tamlin Norsenkhirst on crossfield, dangerous ball picked up by Kommer, but well recovered by Province. And the subs from Province under 18A Girls, thick and fast. First little bits of rain seem to have found their way into this southern suburbs section of Newlands. Which will only but help the tempo of the game rise even higher. Tamlin Norsenkhirst is giving a little bit of a bubbler to Alicia Milan there at right defender. Not the easiest ball to trap, but great pressure by the Pens. Early pressure there by Kommer and Brink. Province A-side just making their lives a little bit tricky. Put themselves under a bit of unnecessary pressure. Akifa Abrams really calm on the ball though. Great depth being given here by the Province forward line. Actually, as I say that, put the mockers on them, they all led towards the ball. Good discipline from the Pen side in the press. But do they have a turnover intention? And they win the ball after 2 troughs. And joining me in co-commentary, welcome back, Anthony Rimbolt. I understand, you've just been in and out, chatting to some of the umpires, but welcome back. Excited to have you here next to me for this game.
Thanks, Prince. Yeah, sorry I'm a little bit late joining everyone, but I'm trying to, of course, coach the umpires at the same time, so yeah, a few jobs under my hat this week. Excited for this game, Province A versus Province B. Already missed a goal, which I did see, which was awesome. Welcome to everyone watching on YouTube and on the Supersport app. If you're on YouTube, drop us a comment. Say who you're supporting, Province A or Province B. Let us know where you're watching from. We've had a few from the UK, we've had a few from Australia, Namibia, Worcester, all over Cape Town. We've even had a few just from Saks parking lot, sitting in the car watching. But yeah, drop us a comment if you have a question that you maybe want answered about anything, and we will see if we can get onto it. Friends, we were talking in the previous game about the sun coming out in the southern suburbs and being nice and hot, and something has just changed. It's got a little bit chilly out here. Even looks like it could rain with a chance. Oh, what a great save by the goalie from the B side.
Nina for Mark, fantastic sprawling save. Had the pleasure of coaching against her this year in the club league twice. She plays her club hockey for UCT, and that's a big strength of hers, the diving save to the right. Fantastic young goalkeeper. Karen de Villiers, fox in the box forward, just manoeuvring and using a one-touch play, but for Mark, fully up to it. Yeah, and going back to your comment, oh my goodness, hold on a second. Niad Suleiman, that's fantastic hockey. And Liv Durnelly, oh, the fox in the box. De Villiers doesn't get on this one, unfortunately. But Niad Suleiman, a great infield break into Liv Durnelly with another infield break, and he's using the direct ball into De Villiers, who just misses it. I would have loved to have seen if Mark was up to that one. But yeah, and absolutely right. The pros and the cons of playing and living under the mountain. You don't know what the weather's going to do. The rainfall is always high here. And, Gracie Goodwin is a little bit too tenacious. But I have no doubt that the weather here is certainly not going to tire the players out too much. So we should see a high-tempo game throughout.
As we're still in Chaka 1, both teams trying to just get a few connections, 4 or 5 passes within their team, try and suss out the opposition, see where they're moving, see what structures they're playing against. But these two teams might have practiced with each other during the build-up to the tournament, might have even played a warm-up game against each other just to get to know each other, of course, with girls coming from all different schools. And maybe the coaches have come up with a little bit of a different strategy for their little derby, A versus B, to try and manipulate the opposition to see who can come out on top. We did speak earlier on in the game before this about saying that a B side is always going to throw everything they can at the A side because they have nothing to lose. The A side on paper and of course selection wise are selected as the better team. And we also mentioned earlier on saying that in 2014 Western Province Penn's men's side won IPT overall. They played against their A side in the semi-final and beat them, and then went on to win the final against Southern Gauteng. So the underdog is always a factor, and let's see if the Penn's girls can come out on top or throw some fire underneath their feet, and off they go. Umpire not happy that the player was 5. So a harsh whistle warning all the players that they need to abide by the rules. Just a minute and a half left in this chukka. Both coaches start thinking or making notes about what they need to chat about at the Chukka break, A side being 1-0 up might be a little bit of a different chat to what the B side would be, being 1-0 down, of course. A long transfer to the left-hand side of the field, and unfortunately a missed trap, giving the ball back cheaply to the A side.
Gigs, off me.
A side now recycling the ball around the back, making the B side run across to see where they can open up another gap. Recycling it back with a little bit of a tester on the ball. Throwing it into the midfield now. Nice little turn. Beats one-on-one opposition. And then gives a long ball down the line. Actually comes off a B-side stick, so it should be an A-side ball. With 30 seconds to go, just outside the 22. Are they looking to maybe force a D entry to get a short corner? No rush to get the ball back. They know they are a goal up. Ball taken just inside the 22, so the ball has to move 5 before going into the D. B-side's done well to win the free hit, and that should be the end of the Chukka.
Yeah, I've certainly seen a lot of defensive work from some of these forwards in the Province Pen side. Saw it yesterday, saw it today. Makes it more rounded as well. You can't always just attack if you're an attacker and defend if you're a defender. But yeah, certainly a strong start by Province, A side, and looks like the B side, however, has some really good pressing at their disposal. And hopefully they can just build their confidence there, win the ball, and be able to launch a counter or two. A side look really threatening when they utilize their speed. Just in shot now, we've got teams just having a chat with their respective coaches. But yeah, it's just it's nice to see this derby, as you said, Ant. Any players already that or any patterns that you can pick up that teams are able to exploit or doing pretty well at?
Frequency things are like
yeah, I think you mentioned it. The A side definitely need to use their speed. They looked absolutely menacing when they did connect at pace. And B side are using their defensive structure really well, keeping the A side out of their D. I just want to see them now connect further up the field, so maybe Coach Olu chatting about when we do get the ball, maybe slowing it down in the sense of building it up slowly. Field possession could be a vital part in that. So you've won the ball deep, now you need to work it up a little bit and get their chances up the field. The A side maybe defensively don't need to defend as much at the moment because the B side haven't got that many chances, but they do need to be aware of that, so something that they need to just harp on for a few seconds in their team talk. But definitely going forward, they just need to use their speed, build on their connections, and like I mentioned earlier on, 3 or 4 passes before we're looking for the pass to cut the defense or get into the D. And as we back for the start of the second Chukka, the umpire gets the game underway. A side passing the ball around. It's the second pass. Just going to count some passes, 3, 4, just to see what they're actually looking. None have been going forward yet. There's a forward pass, 5. Oh, unfortunate, the mistrap. So that's what we just spoke about in the sense of getting those 5, 6, maybe even 10 passes just together. See what happens defensively from the B side, shifting and opening up some gaps. Good tackle from the B side player, and the coach is letting her know that it was a great tackle. It's a river ball, crash ball through from the B side. Actually was on, unfortunately missed the ball.
Yeah, I've certainly seen this year, and that there's a, statistically speaking at the very least, there's a massive trend or interest in playing pretty directly from world hockey, but certainly this year in the Western Province Girls and Club League, there's a keen interest to be quite direct and interested to go forward straight away. So yeah, Pens have done well there with that earlier take, and even now Province in a different sort of way, really direct when they win the ball. Sometimes they say the more passes you make, the more open you are to making some errors. So obviously both teams taking that quite literally and making the most out of their opportunities. Good defending there by Jess Pillay. Parkland's college goal.
Just a reminder, if you are joining us on YouTube, drop us a comment. So tell us who you're supporting, A or B side, and maybe even where you're watching from. Not, of course, say that you're the comfort of your own couch. Maybe you're watching from the UK, Australia. We had a few of those earlier on and yesterday, so just drop us a comment, even if you have a question. Myself and Brinsley, more than willing to engage with you. As a turnover comes from the A side, B side now going to start maybe a counter attack or building up their attack, see what they can do. See a high press coming from the, or more of a cut press coming from the A side now, not letting it go across the field too easily, forcing them down that left hand side, which they can definitely step in front, which they did, and they've won the ball back. So their press is working quite nicely. Got a little turnover in midfield. Nice little midfield battle, some strength shown. Umpire didn't like the physicality of that one though, and gave the free hit to the A side.
Jalen Manafort, clever customer, knows how to get stuck in and manipulate the space cleverly. Here's a turnover, Marceris going direct, as I said earlier, about 2 or 3 minutes ago. And Veneman giving a backward purchase, also going pretty direct. Those are turnovers at the moment. Difficult situation to get out of there for Gigi Stewart. She manages to just get a net gain of 5 meters and then goes direct and then gets another 5 to 10 meters. Fortunately there though, judged to have lifted the ball. Katie Johnson always defending pretty well. Shakes it off straight away. Card for not being 5. Green card to Sydney Miller.
A side come in with another D entry here. Can they make this one count? Tries to pass the ball across. Little scrappy, but she has got another chance. Still stays in the D, but well defended from the B side, and away they go.
Alexa Brink, timely, a really well-timed challenge. Really enjoy that. We got one of the players shouting, "Take it and go," and the coach with the card saying, "Take your time." always an interesting one, listening to each other. Overhead from Matheson, picked up by Alicia Milan. Province are back to numbers. See there, Sydney Miller back on the field. Penalty corner 1. Second penalty corner of the game. Won by Province. Got the Pens team here just having a chat about who's going to do what. The Province team there in their huddle. Just making sure about what decisions are best. Got Milan and De Villiers at the first castle. And Goodwin and Bolton at the second castle. Tamlin also Kirst on the push.
Come on, Nina.
Fantastic push. And another really good drag pick from Francis Bolton, but well saved there by Nina for mark. Yet again, onto the foot of Kelly Johnson and a free hit out.
We have a comment on YouTube from Kelly Bartman saying, here for Amy Bartman, go Western Province Pens. Number 14, Amy Bartman in the pen side.
You need to watch it, Peter.
Fantastic work yet again by Nihad Suleiman to win another penalty corner.
You think Brinsley they're going for the same or something different, variation maybe this time?
That's a tough one. I feel like they've been able to get both flicks off. So maybe if they could just get some more accuracy. I was about to say they'll do something different, but based on the indecision on the top with people getting into position, I think they're still going to go to Goodwin and Bolton. What they do from there, I have no idea.
Injection comes. Oh, it's gone short.
De Villiers on the slap.
Oh, deflection off P-spot onto the post, and the defensive side come away with it.
The mark's been awake the whole game though, and you know what, for that you've really got to commend her. She's watched the ball there. I think that was brilliant execution by Province. Just unfortunate to hit the post, but for Mark, quick on the rebound and resetting effectively.
Keep it up, Bennett, keep it up! Don't fly into tackle!
A lot of communication happening out from the pen side, especially number 15, Georgina Stewart. Telling her girls don't fly into tackles, keep calm. Their defensive structure is working.
Yeah, Gigi Stewart's really good character in terms of communication. Been able to watch her a couple of times and listen to her communication and her understanding of the game, hockey IQ as we call it. And no, she's a fantastic leader there.
Nice high press here from the A side. B side going to have to do something special to get out, which they nearly did. I thought they had done, but the ball actually went over the sideline. A side shifting the ball around the back, throwing it into the pocket.
Jade Veloza there, winning the 1v1 versus Emily. Back to Veloza.
Needs to get her eyes up, which she does. Goes to the left-hand side of the field. Now the B side go through, try and attack. They've kept the ball in, so they keep going down the left-hand side of the field. A few little spins. Now she's tried to get into the D, which she has. And then unfortunately, I think she might have backsticked the ball.
Yeah, I think she did right there. Unfortunate, because that was a great carry there by Laurie Lowe. It's a pity to have been a judge to have used the backhand. Jalen Manifold on the ball now, just made the pass. Really clever and skillful operator, and I'd like to see a little bit higher up the field if possible, but it hasn't been so far. So Lehman, inside, outside. What's that saying? Binner Bates, see you later. That she's just gone for, and another circle entry for Liv Durnelly. Walters with questionable tackle, but obviously good advantage being played there by the umpire, and another great save by Nina Famar. Oh, and a great touch there by Amy Bartman onto the foot, winning the foot race versus Milan. And the Pens look to build again, and I think the longer this game goes at 1-0, Pens are going to feel that they can get that little breakaway chance. You know how it always goes. There's a team that might have all of the running, but the longer the game wears on, you see that late counter or that goal, and it ends up being a stalemate. The Villiers. Gigi Stewart yet again. Another great touch.
The Pens defense is holding resolute at the moment, as you mentioned, only conceding the one in the second chucker now. Here come the A side with another chance, but a missed trap, so it will be a free hit out to the B side. The attacks are coming one after the other, and the B side are holding the wall at the moment. Just depends on how long they can hold it for, and of course if the A side are going to throw some fire at it and see what they can do.
Oh, Velosa, go you good thing. She's received in the pocket, spun her defender, and then been able to go forward, get the eyes up, and play the opposite side of the field. Love to see just a couple of those pacey forwards in the A side getting on the ball a little bit more. Love to see the likes of Steenkamp, Dixpeak, Walters, Kommer just getting a little bit of early service. .22 seconds left here in this first half. It's been action-packed, ladies and gentlemen, and we thank you for joining in. A great counter goal by Western Province. A couple of penalty corners. That's Nina Vermaak, who is just, what's that song, Lady in Red, but today it's Lady in Pink, and she is just having a stunner in goals for the Pens. Animated cries from the Pens bench, calling for the penalty corner, affectionately known as the shorty. None giving, 1-0 half-time. Province A over Province Pens. We'll catch you in about 5 minutes' time. A fantastic first half there by Nina Vermaak in goals. And long may it continue.
But now you pick up 9. And your league is now 6.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
So if you win and draw, it's over.
Just doesn't stay at Clyde's by itself.
If we lose both.
If we lose a game,
If you lose, okay, so that's 2 hours.
Morning, Key Joel.
So usually that's what it's for.
Repeat? Ja. Okay, cool, perfect. I'm calling now. Yeah. I'll try to get one of those.
Welcome back to Sax Astro, where we have Province A versus Province B under 16 girls. Province A leading 1-0. And this is the start of the second half now. Welcome to all watching on YouTube. If you have any comments that you would like us to ask, any questions that you have to ask, and we would gladly be willing to answer them, just drop them in the comments section. Also tell us where you're watching from or who you're supporting. As Province A have another attack here, a little bit of speed, another long ball in. Attacker dives to get the ball and actually puts it on a foot, so it is a short corner. And a green card as well to the Province B player. As the push comes to castle number 2, and unfortunately it does touch her back stick, so the whistle has gone. The B side has taken it quickly, and now it's hit a foot on the A side, and it's a nice quick attack. D side have a D entry on the other side now, and a shot comes. Good save by the goalie. Another chance though. Comes straight back to the B-side player. Backstick shot and blocked by the defender and cleared nicely. B-side still have the ball up in the 22. Trying to recycle the ball though. They've done well. Trying to play the crash ball in again. Has it got through? No, unfortunately. Now A-side regain possession with a free hit to them. And let's see what happens now as the A-side are trying to slow things down. B-side made the game a little bit frantic there in the sense of that's how they're going to win this game, with some fire in their bellies. As the A-side come down the right-hand side, ball into the D. Nice little tussle. And the B-side come away with it again. All depends on what was spoken about at half-time. I think the A-side need to pull the B-side out of their formation a bit because they're sitting nice and deeply and their defensive structures are pretty good. That's why the A-side have only been able to score one. I think the B-side have definitely chatted about some counter-attacks as we see another one down the right-hand side. Ball inside. Has it come off a foot? No, it hasn't. So the play on.
Yeah, and what an attack earlier there from the Penn side, and just two great shots to goal. I was expecting Benedict's peak there to crack that, whammy that on the backhand, but she put on the backhand, but I think was looking for placement over power. And her school teammate Manisha Desai well up to 2 good saves there. Also a penalty corner going begging there for Province. But it's nice to see Penn still backing themselves and Kuma on the ball yet again. And young Emily, very composed. Katie Johnson just having a little mistrap. And all the players there stuck within one half the field. Megan Veerman into Nihad Suleiman on the turnover. Suleiman takes it quickly. Not 5. Penalty corner. And Nihad Suleiman, the presence of mind to take it quickly. Fantastic hockey IQ. Just having a little wave here from Manisha Desai to the commentary box. A young, fantastic goalkeeper and person. Really good teammates. And just chatting to her defense about some defensive organizational shapes. Province on the penalty corner now though. Emily with the push. Goes into the second castle. Milan with the hit. And well saved by the second wave, Megan Veerman. Another really good push there by Emily. You can see she's been training that for years and years.
Going back to what you said earlier on with regards to, as another short corner comes, with regards to everyone being in the other half of the field, just shows you that what was chatted about at half-time, Province A definitely putting on a high press, put more pressure on the ball, see if they can win the ball higher up. And I think Penn's team talk was a bit about counter-attack hockey when they do win the ball, because their structure is that they're setting up deep. Let's see what another short corner has in store. They do set up 2 castles again. Push comes to castle number 1. It's a little bit skew. Player takes it herself, pushes it in, takes a flick, and it goes over the top, unfortunately. So free hit out to the B side.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Francis Bolton try to execute a couple of low flicks. I think the style and the technique is good, but often by just lifting up a little bit too early, by lifting up just a bit earlier, it doesn't keep its speed. And Kelly Johnson there, adjudged to not have been 5, and she gets a card for her actions. So Penn's having miracle advantage now, and how can they use it? Manafelt just losing out to Sydney Miller there.
Alicia, your player's running in now. Get Francis, get Francis. Okay, work players, watch your players. Galen, you're free. Get tight, get tight.
This is the time where the Pens need to throw the ball around as much as they can, make the A side tired as they have a numerical advantage. 5 minutes of the yellow card, you can throw it around, but they've given the ball away cheaply with an overhead, and now the A side can take their time. Let's see if the A side now slow the game down completely as they need their player back. Still looking for the long ball out, which the Pens have turned over, and now they're driving at the heart of the D. Carries on carrying it. Oh, unfortunately she's given a pass, but she's won it back. Little pass into the D. Chance.
Oh my
good little clearance from the keeper.
goodness, I've been really well impressed today with the Pens' press, and I think that front 6-7 player press has really covered a lot of good defensive lines. They've won relatively easy ball. It's just about what do they do next, but there Laurelo, really confident pass to another schoolmate. Obviously his long-term connections there, passing to Dick Speak. And I just see Dick Speak and Awesome Pierce going shoulder to shoulder in the marking action. Malie passing against the left foot. Hockey 101 right there. Bolton. Just a reminder, we're live on YouTube. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the game. Let us know what you think the end score is going to be. It's going to be an 8-7 cracker, isn't it? Just let us know what you think. We will we'll try and provide you with any other info and knowledge as possible. And that's what Sundays are for, watching the hockey. Grace Goodwin looking a little bit too direct, a little bit off balance, and lifts the ball. You know, they say, ladies and gentlemen, that in Europe that Sunday is the day for club hockey, but I would beg to differ, and I think this Sunday it's all about hockey in the Western Cape. I've heard that actually all the overseas leagues are being put on hold just to watch the Province Boland quadrangular. And Lisa Koma wins the quick free hits. I would love to see Koma going a little bit more selfishly once or twice. She's been a thorn in the side all day. Here's Alicia Milan on the ball. Here's Kira Matthijssen, wins the ball, gives it to Dick Speak. Dick Speak eyes up, transfers. Oh my goodness, the speculator. Oh, Manisha Desai, you absolute animal. Off balance, right foot save, but the Pens, great action there. Dick Speak, eyes up. Penalty corner. And what link up. And that's what we were saying earlier, is that you got nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing. And you can hear them starting to get vocal and really into this game.
Yeah, definitely. They are, whatever was said at half time, they have thrown everything into this chucker. Their counter-attack has worked. They're connecting more. They're getting more D-entries. They're actually looking menacing. Putting the pressure on the A side. Now with a short corner, let's see what they can do. They're also setting up two castles. But a little bit of indecisive, so I think it's going to Castle 2. We'll have to wait and see.
Going to
It
Castle
is going
2.
to Castle 2.
Gentlemen.
Here we go. Straight hit. Another great save by the keeper. And well defended, well covered by the defense to clear it off the pads and get it out. But a free hit to the Pen side, so they have one more opportunity, keeping it in the 22.
Yeah, it's almost at the moment a battle of the two goalkeepers and who's making more saves. Hold on a second. Dick Speak. And it's just, yeah, for Mark in the first half, to Sai now in the second. They're both putting on an absolute showcase of goalkeeping brilliance. And Stewart on the ball. Just unfortunately can't get there from Hannah Steenkamp.
Take it easy, take it easy.
Great character and effort from the Penn side. This press is looking dominating. Back to 11 versus 11. Goodwin on the ball. Into Manafort.
Ladies and gentlemen watching on YouTube, my co-commentator Brinsley Powers agreed that if you do comment and say go Pens or go Province A and give a name of who you want to shout, he will shout from the commentator's box down to the players words of encouragement. So let's see those comments coming through.
It's a bold accusation there, Ant, but I'll definitely provide the value, absolutely. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, obviously sitting at home, it's a lot of tension in the game here now. You can see the Province are just thinking a little bit more about certain actions that they have to perform. And the Pens are starting to grow in confidence. You can feel it in the atmosphere over here. Lifted ball. And this is one of those fast breaks. I'd love to see Pens just take these quick free hits a little bit quicker, but their argument could also be to get numbers up the field, maybe win another penalty corner. Oh, Desai. Too classy, too clever. Go Jess Pillay, absolutely sterling, and she's had a fantastic game there in defense. Oh, Jessica Pillay doing the business. Lifted ball from Tamlin Awesome-Kist. She's here we go. They're all flying in now. It's just Pashafa under Fafa. It's all happening. Oh my goodness! There's a new rule. We can't give the same person 2 times worth of credit. But no, it's awesome to see everybody at home tuning in. But I do really think, Ant, that this they call it the ebbs and flow of a game, and at the moment depends on a massive up. And they've got to make the most of it. Veneman taking it quickly. Simplistic circle entry. Can't turn her body was the umpire's allegation. I don't know, as an ex-player myself, I would have felt a little bit aggrieved there, but what they say, the umpire's decision is final. Suleiman, no advantage. Suleiman's been a feisty character all game, and she's doing really, really well.
Yeah, to go back to your ebbs and flows, Penn side were definitely on the ascendancy there, as now the A side have got a D entry and a short corner from it. So it's actually weather in the storm. You've got to weather the storm and see if you can come out on top. Sometimes you go underneath the cosh. The A side's done well not to concede against the B side then, because they were putting them under immense amounts of pressure. And now with the Chukka coming to an end, this is where the Penn side actually do not want to concede. We had this early on in the game before. Going into the Chukka break, you do not want to concede just before the break. So the A side with the injection.
Manizon de Villiers at Castle 1 with the slap.
Has gone to Castle 1. Early break.
Early break there by Ezra Dick. Unfortunate. Got a re-award. Do they keep the same? Do they not? Obviously got more space to work with now. Awesome Fierce on the push. Back to Castle 1. De Villiers with the drag. And it looks like a little bit of a deflection or ricochet. Forced to Tamlin Awesome-Kist, who has a bit of nosebleed up there from defender going onto the far side of the field, but touches it home to get the second goal. 2-0. And that will probably relieve the Province A side just a little bit into this team talk now. But if I were the Province Pens team and coach, I would have absolute confidence in what they were doing. They own that Chukka, at least in my opinion, and hopefully they can get themselves on the score sheets here.
Gigs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Back with a vengeance. Oh my absolute shower cap. What a goal. That is a counter attack for the ages. Grace Goodwin picks it up, looks left, looks right, dummies left, passes right, and a one-time deflection from Kelly Johnson. And that's what we came here to see, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what, if I are the Pens now, do not lose sight of the process. Had a fantastic chucker there, and they still have it all to play for. Just amazing, and we are talking about all of 35 seconds ago in the game itself, 1-0, and now we have a completely different scoreline, and that is the fine margins of elite hockey.
That can happen, and that shows you how quickly it happens. A little bit of a loss in concentration, unfortunately, of course, giving away the short corner, which we spoke about and saying hopefully they don't concede, which they did. And then going into the chucker break, being a little bit demoralized, coming out, Pens players maybe not concentrating, the A side's getting some fire in there and going straight away within 20 seconds to score a goal. So as you mentioned, 35 seconds, 2 goals, bang bang, changes the game complexion completely. As the A side now come away with the ball after being a little bit under pressure from the Bs. A long ball up the field, nice connection. Oh, unfortunately the ball's gone astray. Kept in by the B side. I think she would have touched it, so that's why she kept it in. And now they've cleared it over the sideline. A side have a free hit just inside the half. The sideline looks for another crash ball in. Free hit and trying to take him quickly, but the umpire's not happy, not on the mark. When the free hit happens inside the 22, it needs to be on the spot to not gain advantage over your opposition. Nice little pass, now driving T baseline. Oh, foul created by the attacker, so free hit out from the B side. With 12 minutes left now the B side needs to turn on. Now they need to go throw everything they have into it. Unfortunately now looking for the long ball and being turned over in midfield. A side now trying to change the channel, which they do, and they've won the free hit just outside the 22, so the ball can go straight in, but she's passed it across the right hand side. Missed trap, so the B side now win the free hit.
Yeah, and looking at both benches here now, I can see the Province bench, 4-player sub. Both squads this weekend, all the squads have 16-player squads, so that means 5 on the bench. I see 5 for Province Pens, and I see 4 for the Province A side. It's just come to my attention that Jodie Collins from the A side is unfortunately sick, just a little bit under the weather this weekend, but unfortunately not playing, so yeah. The bumbling giraffe, as she's affectionately known, is not here this weekend to get onto the park. I think they would have missed her out of the back. But here's the Pen side again on the counter. Full strength today after having a couple away. And here goes Walters. I've heard she's got some gas on her. And here she goes. She's using it. But Cirrus doing a great job of tracking it.
Easy passes.
Little midfield battle happening again. A-side coming away with the ball this time, driving down the left-hand side of the field, using her speed to get around. Unfortunately controlled the ball, giving it back to the B-side, but then giving it straight back to the A-side. And now with the D entry, a horrible tackle in the D, giving away penalty corner for the A-side once again.
And possible penalty stroke there, or am I using my poetic license too much? And has declined to comment. I think he's using his, what is it? They call it the fifth right or whatever it may be. Anyway, Fifth Amendment, there it is. Just under 10 minutes left, 3-0 to the A-side. Penalty corner, Awesome Kirst on the push. First Castle. Suleiman, low and hard. The rebound zone, the critical zone. Oh, hitting Grace Goodwin's foot. See Province have a shared captaincy model here with Akifa Abrams and Grace Goodwin as the co-captains. Great ball across, unmarked in the circle. But nothing coming. I think Bolton there knew the penalty corner advantage was on, didn't want the shot, but then like any forward, ended up having the shot anyway. She really wanted her name on that score sheet. And sideline hit to Province. Tamlin Awesome Kirst, they're putting on the afterburners. We are live here, ladies and gentlemen, and we are working it absolutely amazingly. The Province Girl Derby is just absolutely breathtaking. Marceris on the ball, the vision, the presence of mind. PC time, and Province here really growing into the game after tricky third chucker, really getting into this game now.
Injection to Castle 1, stop, hit it, but it's a good save from the first wave, and then a rebound and a great save from the keeper. And now the defensive side have won the free hit, so well managed. It was a great low save from the keeper. B side trying to take it quickly, but actually well intercepted from the A side. A long ball into the D, good receive on the backhand. Shot comes across, another low save from the keeper. That's 2 in a row in the space of 15 seconds.
Yeah, we in the coaching setups call it player profiling, and I think if the attackers from the A side have player profiled the fantastic goalkeeper Nina Vermaak, a big strength of hers, but a style is to drop down onto the right hand side and use her stick. I think if they are looking at any sort of finish, it's going to have to be at the left glove, or looking to at least get a little bit of a lift as she goes down. Oh, but Emily, you've got hands to show everybody, hands to make them dance, as I think the song goes. And she's on the ball again. She's live, makes it live, looks up. A great stick pressure from Isabella Dix-Peak, BDP as she's known by her mates. Awesome Kirst on the ball. Oh, Fantastic sliding slap. And still in. Oh yeah, but too close to the goalkeeper for Mark. Another save. Oh, fantastic. Not sure why that one's been given as a free out. But it is given as a free out, and that's an important thing also to learn, is that the umpire's decision is always final. But great interplay from the Province A side, really putting the Pens under pressure here. A better minute for Chuck. Alicia Milan wins the ball on the decision from the umpire. Going, gone. Nobody filling the crucial area of back post.
Once again, we see every single player except the A-side goalie being in the Pens half of the field, coming of a high press from the A-side. I was going to mention maybe a time to take off their goalie, the Pens, to be 3-0 down and maybe score 1 or 2 quick goals, but under the cosh here. And with Nina having such a great game, probably not the wisest of options, with another short corner coming for just a foot inside the D.
And you are a forward, my man, and I know you would love to see a goalkeeper out of the play, because that means you're finally getting your name on the score sheet. And I just think it's not always possible. I know you're probably looking for your first goal of the season in this late stage, but anyway, that's all she wrote. Here we go, awesome Kirst on the push. Uses the second castle. Bolton low flick, much better work from her. And the rebound, Emily on the backhand. Mark down, and another really good save. Goes out over the baseline from the rebound. 16. I think if there's one area there that the A side could look to penetrate a bit better, we're passing across for Mark's left foot, and making the circle a little bit bigger with a far post tip in or deflecting person. And as mentioned there, cross from Mark's left foot, far post tip in, and that's what a goal scoring machine will do. They'll fill the right area, play them in, and great backhand. Just trying to make sure I get the right name here, but a fantastic backhand from one of the Province forwards. Great diagonal ball there.
You don't need to tackle. You're good.
Amy Bartman there getting the ball, collecting it, gathering, keeping. 2v1 possibly here. Too soft. Looks like a little bit of fatigue now set in for the Province Pen side, but they can feel pretty proud of their performance, and I think they've really shown themselves to battle here and put in a good fight. And I really do believe if they had put one in the back and then that second chucker, going at 1-1 at half time, it's a completely different game.
Yeah, I think chuckers 2 and 3 were definitely theirs. They were on the ascendancy. Province A have now taken a bit of the ascendancy in this last chucker, and that's where they scored some goals. Of course, they scored their second at the end of the last chucker on the final buzzer, and then have scored 2 quick ones in this chucker, putting the game away. But definitely the Pens have thrown everything they've had at this game, and definitely count themselves proud of what the achievement they've actually done. There's a long touch ball into the D. He's actually worked this time. It's come off, got it into the D, but unfortunately, I think her concentration levels with her legs being a bit tired on the ball straight over the baseline with 15 seconds left on the clock. That's all she wrote. And that's all from this game. Brins, maybe a last little wrap up from your side, from my side. Like I mentioned, I think chuckers 2 and 3, great game from Pens. They just ran out of legs in the fourth chucker. Anything to add from your side?
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me on here, and to everybody who's made that possible. Really enjoyed it. Love the derby. I think both sides can, definitely draw on some confidence and inspiration for their final game. And late this evening or this afternoon, look forward to watching both teams take on their rivals from Boland. We'll catch you there in about 3 to 4 hours' time. Keep well.